Hi everyone, Dan Tyler here. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you enjoyed your weekend and are prepped for the week ahead in the forex markets. I'm just going to bring you a video from the London Trading Institute based on EurCad pair this week. I thought to show my price action analysis on this and just take you through kind of some live analysis because I think there could be quite a good setup in this for the week ahead. Last week, for those students that are already with London Trading Institute, I saw that some people caught some quite nice trades on this pair, and I think there's certainly some more to come up through this week. So what I'll do this week is I'll just do a quick summary of the weekly, daily, 4 hour. I won't go down into the hourly as I'll be looking for bigger movements in this pair this week. And I guess we'll just start off with the weekly. And as always, we always start off with trying to find our chart patterns and our channels. I can see on the screen here that there's quite a few channels actually, but it's just again trying to find that best fit. So I'll just try and see the first ones that come to my eye here are actually maybe this one. And it's all just practicing it, just trying to find that line of best fit. See, that could potentially be yeah, that looks like a very nice channel there. You've got a couple of cut throughs. There is potentially another one which I'll actually show you guys. I think this is certainly viable. And I'll clear these, and then the other one that I can see is probably about here. So it's relatively the same. It's not too far off, but it is slightly different, and it does capture a little bit more of the price, a bit more backdated price action, shall we say. And there will be one there as well. So we can see that these lines are definitely being respected, especially this channel resistance here. And actually in most recent weeks, this channel support and is acting as resistance at the moment. We can see in most recent weeks down here that it was a very strong resistance level, just seeing some consolidation, and we were ranging for quite a long time on EurCad here, and we've broken this level. And in especially last week, we had a nice bearish week to come down to this sort of level again. So to me, it looks like this has acted as a very strong resistance and support level. So coming to see this, I can see that across the euro this week, it does look like it's in quite some reactive areas across all of its currencies it's paired against. And it does indicate maybe a little bit of strength. We do have to take into consideration the fundamental news that will be coming out, where the central bank does not want to see the euro dollar go above the 1.20 level. However, it does still indicate some strength in the short term going up to that level, and I think that that's certainly possible. So with that in mind, the EurCad is at this reactive area on the weekly, hasn't quite touched it, in my opinion. We could see a little bit more of downside movement to get the touch off of that line. But it does look like we should reject off of this level. It could easily break and we could go down. But let's do some more analysis just to build a bigger picture and a better story of what's going on. So we can see that we've recently been going down the last few weeks. We haven't made any new highs here, so we're not necessarily in an uptrend either. It's only when we start to make that new highs. So what I'll do straight away is just put in my weekly levels, as that's all I'm interested in at the moment. And we've actually had a really nice rejection break and a rejection off of this weekly key level here, which does suggest that we do definitely have some movement to the downside, and we could certainly see this level potentially breaking. So in my mind at the moment, I'm thinking that I could definitely get maybe a long position in the short term, and we could go short in the long term down to these levels, and even maybe even down to here, as does seem to be quite a bit of room for movement. So initially, I'm going to look for that reaction around this line, and then overall go short on this pair right now, simply because we can see that we've had a break of a key institutional level. We're coming up to a channel line chart pattern. I do expect a reaction, maybe to bring it back up to this weekly level here for it to maybe shoot down even further. The fact that we haven't made any new highs recently kind of indicates that there's not too much momentum in this market going up. And we can see that by how we've got this kind of V movement. Then I'll go down into the daily, where we can obviously see it in a bit more detail. And we can always just double check to see what's going on here. Not necessarily any chart patterns right now. There will be one on the lower time frame. There will be a channel roughly around here. I can already see it on the daily. That's just a rough channel for you. But when we zoom out, it will be similar to the one that we've got on the weekly anyway. But that's the only that would be the new channel that I can see. And again, we're not in that uptrend. If we zoom in, actually, we can kind of catch the uptrend here. Put in our uptrend lines. And we've actually had that trend line break on the daily there. With that in mind, it does seem that we could have broken this what was an uptrend, and we could be looking to go down. For those of you out there, what I do like to do as a little bit of confirmation, sometimes I like to use the moving averages on the daily, or the 8 and the 21 specifically. So I'll quickly get this up for you and show you what my analysis is on the daily. And if we put in our 8 and 21, apologies, that's EurCad. That's euro dollar, sorry, we'll go on to EurCad. And we can see that the 21 is now above the 8, suggesting that we are in a downtrend. You have to take into consideration that these are indicators, but it does give me just a confirmation aspect that we are looking to potentially go down in the market. The reason why I'm just showing you this on TradingView is because it's just easier to put it on instead of losing the analysis on MT4. But anyway, so it's just giving me a bit of extra confirmation that it looks like we're going down, and we could fit in some shorts in the long term. However, we are in this channel on the daily. I'll put in our support and resistance lines, and then we'll go into the 4 hour to check out this channel in more detail. So support and resistance wise, it looks like we've been respecting quite a bit of the daily support and resistance here. A bit choppy for the last 3 days there. It was just down, up, down, very quite a bit of momentum in the market there actually. And we've actually had a very, very nice rejection off of this level going down to here. And we've got a bit of room for movement to come down to this channel support, also confluenced with the daily support as well. So we'll go down into the 4 hour, our final chart, and then we'll fit in our chart patterns on here as well. So always get the line of best fit first. Whatever the best line your eye can see first, just go with it. And then if it doesn't quite look right when you draw the parallel lines, you can always just put the practice in to find another one. See, that's actually a very, very good line there. You can see that we've had it's been very fluent in how it reacts. Look, we've got resistance, support. We do have another support there. Resistance, support, support, resistance, support. And we haven't quite had a rejection off of the resistance here. But it does look like we're potentially going down to that second support touch. And you can see that in the past price of the market. So in this channel, it seems like we've actually developed a pattern of EurCad doing this, where it hits the resistance, it goes support, support, then resistance, support, support, resistance, support, and it looks like we could be going to support before we hit that resistance again. That's the way that I'm interpreting this right now. With this in mind, then we are in a downtrend as well. We can see that we're making lower highs and lower lows. So we'll put in our down trend lines indicator, and we can see where that's taking us, and that's perfect. What I'll actually be looking for in this is a rejection off of this channel line here, going up towards this trend line. Anywhere around this area would be a really nice sell area actually. Um, what I'd like to see is just maybe a bit more confluence with this channel line, just to see if we can fit in that long position to take it up to this trend line. So we'll put in our 4-hour support and resistance. And you can actually see here that we've got a lot of room for movement on the downside. We do have the 4-hour key level here confluenced with that, so we could see a slight extension of a nice wicky candle, as I like to call it, touching this level, and then we could see the rejection up to here. But it does seem like we've got quite a nice bit of setups coming up on this currency pair, initially fitting in that long position up to this trend line, um, and even looking to short it around these areas as well. Do keep in mind that we do have to keep on top of our fundamental analysis as well. Some of our students have also pointed that out on the group, so well done for pointing that out. But from a technical perspective, if you do like trading both ways on a currency, this looks like a really nice fluently moving channel right now. And the euro itself looks to be in some quite reactive areas. So if you do have any questions, if you do have any feedback on these videos, we're really open to any comments that you have. Please feel free to get in contact with us, and we're happy to help wherever possible. In the meantime, have a lovely week, guys. Good trading to you all, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.